Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 24th of April 2020. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm using the Zillick Tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what these tiny cards want you to be aware of and what the energy is all about. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. And what I do is I just ask the cards, what is Friday the 24th about? And whether it's good energy or bad energy. First of all, show me what the energy is, please. And then show me how I can make the most of it. So that's the question for the cards. Let's see what they come up with. They have come up with the Eight of Swords, interference. The Eight of Discs, prudence. 8 and 8. 8 is power. So we have 2 8s already. So that means it's a powerful day. And then finally we have the Knight of Cups, who's extreme as a court card. So it's going to be a pretty full-on day. We know that much. So the Eight of Swords is interference. It's someone kind of putting a like putting something in the spokes of a wheel and it goes kaput. Eight of Swords are external ideas. Swords represents thinking, making decision, communication, the way you think, other people's ideas and how you communicate in conflict or making resolutions and coming to terms with other people. Today, there may be interference from other people and you may feel disturbed by what other people are bringing you. So you may be feeling great, but you're going to be interfered with in some way. So if you have a schedule that you really need to stick to, give yourself an extra 15 minutes or 30 minutes today where that you set aside for an unexpected person to come into your life. Because the way it looks, Eight of Discs, prudence, it looks like someone who is really working hard. Eight of Discs, you can see this woman working on, she's been breeding these flowers, and she's sitting back now and just admiring the flower. And prudence in itself is, I went to school with a girl called Prudence. Prudence is a kind of wisdom. It's being aware. And prudence in the Eight of Discs means that you're aware that you need to work to make a living on planet Earth, but you can choose the work that you do and you get to decide whether you're pleased with it or not. The face is blank. Here, the figure is totally translucent. Here it becomes more opaque, the same woman, do you see? So it's almost like your own voice is interfering with your day. So you take a step back. Oh, I've had these moments. I've spoken about this before. I was driving on the M60 in my tiny little silver Corsa. And suddenly I felt out of my body and I was hovering above the motorway and I could see my car and the other cars and I could see myself driving down there. And it was the perspective of someone in space or someone hovering a couple of meters up in space. And I saw myself and I saw what I really am instead of what I think is going on in my head. And that gave me great clarity. And that clarity today comes to you through interference. So be willing to look at other ways of thinking. Be willing to listen to other people's ideas. Don't just cut them off, because it's wise to listen to others because you'll be able to incorporate that knowledge, straighten it out, use it to put yourself out there to work with the ideas, and that makes you more of a personality in itself. And then finally, we have the Knight of Cups, who is so extreme. He's huddled in this cloak here. He's so extreme, he just gallops off on a whim. If he feels something, he goes for it. He doesn't think. There we've got the crab, the symbol of Cancer, with the cup. Cups is water, feelings, taking care of other people, spirituality. Disc is pentacles, earth, and swords is air. So the only thing we're missing is fire, and the fire is here. The fire is what you create. So there's no disconnect between what you feel and what you do. So if I feel resentful towards someone and I act on it, then I'm going to act in a way that's tit for tat, and all I achieve with that is that whatever I put out, I get back. So the more tit for tat you do, the more people are going to have a grudge, and it just goes round in circles ever and ever and ever. Like wars in the real world, someone hits someone on the other side, and even if there was peace, it all gets dragged up again, and there's a whole new war which then needs to run its course, and then things settle down. And then someone makes another extreme emotional decision, and the whole thing breaks out and calms down. So the Knight of Cups is an agitator today. The Knight of Cups, your feelings are really something that you need to look at and ask yourself, is this true? Just because I feel it, does it make it true? Byron Katie, The Work, she's an author. She does very good work with that. Look at it. It's called The Work. And she prompts us to ask ourselves, is that really true? So I've got to go and take revenge on this person because they diminished me. Is that true? No, because I had a part to play in that, and I chose the situation. So you're able to see yourself clearly and your role in things and your part in things, which takes us back to the Eight of Swords. That is the interference that comes through yourself. You have all of these strong emotions. They start to appear to you as some sort of hazy, distant quality of yourself that you're not quite sure of, and it all seems like a mess. You work your way through that mess, and you're able to step back, like I magically had happened to me in the car. You can actually deliberately do that today, and in your life, just stop for a moment, whether you're queuing or whether you're cooking or walking. Just be aware for a moment and step outside of yourself, or imagine that your real self is stepping forwards and moving on while your body stays. Or imagine your real self taking a step backwards out of your body and standing there. And look at your body and realize that you can do that whenever you want. And that's that little space of being able to step forward or step back or to the side or up and down or whatever, so that you can regard yourself from an outside perspective, is this. Beauty is not in the eye of the beholder. There are no eyes. You decide what you create. You decide what beauty is. You are the only person who matters today, because you are the one who's able to sort through the spaghetti bowl of thinking, all these roots. You're able to straighten them out and turn them into one beautiful thing by controlling your emotions. And instead of using them on other people, oh, I'm going to get you, or oh, I love you so much, or oh, I'm in so much trouble, please, can you help, or oh, I need. As soon as you feel yourself going in that route, you know you're off track. Instead, channel that energy into this hazy figure that appears in your mind's eye and say, okay, I want, what's this? And you start looking into it, into yourself. So use a meditation practice, or just stand in the queue and step outside of yourself and look. and you will see, you'll get a face because you're now in yourself, so to speak. It's ironic. When you step out of yourself, for the first time, you're truly in yourself because you can see the beauty that you are. And you can see the fire and all the work that has gone into creating you. So beauty isn't in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in your eye when you actually get to see how you've been made. So, yeah, I guess. No, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. No, it isn't, because you don't have free will. You don't have a choice. You are created as this beautiful, amazing thing, and you can't change that. You can change certain attributes. You can manifest your life the way you want it to be. But first of all, it's really important to already see what talents and what special gifts you were born with. Because if you don't look at those and see where the real beauty in you lies, and you straighten out your thoughts, then you live a life where you're always just running after your feelings instead of thinking things through and self-actualizing and emerging as someone who sets the rules and someone who controls your own strings. So imagine yourself as a marionette, and there's a guy with these crosses and he's pulling your strings and he's making you dance like a marionette. The puppet master is gone. The marionette itself, you, sees itself, it comes alive, and it decides what it wants to work on, what the most prudent course of action is. And the wonderful interference you have is, hang on a minute, I don't need to be in this heartbreak or elation or anger. I see my part in it, I can think my way through it, and I can see how I can channel that energy into, first of all, recognizing the beauty of me, and then extending that 8 power to create something beautiful for other people to enjoy. So when you recognize yourself, you get on the right path. You can't help but get on the right path once you see yourself, because you know that you owe it to yourself to do certain things. So today is an amazing day of self-discovery. And once you do see yourself, then you do kind of owe it to yourself to follow the path that's been laid out for you. The whole free will question, I was thinking about that this morning. Free will and beauty in the eye of the beholder and all of that. I don't have free will. I'm not able to change one of my character traits. My sexuality, for instance, I am not able to change that. That's something I was born with, and I'm imprisoned by it. So I don't have any free will or say in that, because it's just a tendency I was born with. And all the straight people have their tendency that they were born with. You don't have free will in that. On a spiritual level, you may have free will, but once you appear on planet Earth, the choice is done and over, and you're in the body that you're in. So look at it, accept it for what it is. It hasn't turned out the way you wanted. So look at the good things in it. Choose to see the beauty instead of the mess. Calm down the emotions and make wise decisions today that take care of you, that honor you, your inner fire, your passion, your beauty, and see yourself properly for the first time today, because it will open your whole life. Today is an opportunity for spiritual awakening. You have an opportunity to see the real you that you haven't been able to discover yet. You're able to get that information that's always been lacking. What am I supposed to do here? What is the meaning of my life? You step back out of yourself and you can see it. You can see your body and your spirit, and you can step back from all of it and your mind, and you can see what you are made for. If you have problems visualizing or listening to your thoughts, or you dismiss them, that's why people like me exist, because no one is special. You guys can do these readings just as well as I can. It's simply a muscle that you train, and through practice you get better and better and better at it. So today you start to practice seeing yourself really and getting on your life path. And if you do struggle with that, then I come in and I'm able to draw up your astrology chart, and I use the tarot and numerology and my intuition. And for your astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, then please order a chart rectification. That's where you send me 10 or more life events, and I work out your time of birth. Once I have that, I have an accurate snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and I can answer any of these questions. Who are you? What are you supposed to do here? What is the beautiful thing about you that other people respond to? What are the crazy, unhelpful emotions that you can let go and channel into something beautiful and wonderful? If you have any of those questions, you're able to answer those for yourself today. If you struggle to answer those for yourself today, then please get in touch with me via the website, gregoryscott.com. Also, coupon code Spring Special, 25% off all priority and emergency sessions. So if you need to speak to me now, you can. Don't have to wait. If you like this video, then please hit the subscribe button and share it online. Number-wise, 8 and 8 is power, like I said, but 16 and a court card is 1. So that's 17. 1 and 7 is 8. So we have 8, 8, 8. And 8 is power. 88 is lots of power. And 888 is spiritual strength. And that's why you're able to transform yourself. Think of this card as Pluto. Think of this as you rising from the ashes, being a phoenix and being rebirthed. So today is the day to rebirth yourself. Today is the day to reinvent yourself. Today is the day to listen to the interference that comes via your feelings. It's prudent to listen to those feelings because they let the real you emerge. What a great day. I can't wait. I'm excited for this day. Sometimes we get magic days like this, and it is so exciting. Have a great time. If you want to get in touch with me, I've told you how. I think at gregoryscott.com. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.